I want to get to some questions.
Yeah, I have a good one right here from the line of Damascus, who says, do you guys think Cavan Biggio will have a bounce-back season? I think he will. His eye is too good. Maybe no power, but a respectable OBP. What do you think about Cavan Biggio having a bounce-back season? Line of Damascus says he will because his eye is too good.
Yeah, I think that. Well, it depends on how you define bounce back, and I think bounce back for me is like he touches the 800 OPS mark again. You know, because he just touches it. He doesn't surpass it. He touches
That's
it.
Fine, dude.
You know, and that's fine.
His dad never was. His dad had like 2 or 3 years of like 920 OPS, but for the most of his career, he was like an 820 guy.
Yeah,
and he was just like 600 at bats.
Yeah,
like he was there on the field, but like he was like an 820 OPS guy. He was like the man of the team. Like you knew Cavan Biggio or Craig Biggio, excuse me, and like he was there. He was never the one like Vladimir Guerrero hitting the bombs, but like he was on the squad.
Yeah, and I think you know, Cavan, the main thing he needs to do is hit, and like. When I think about that, and I know what you think about it too, is like, what are the odds that Cavan bounces back and hits for like a 265? Because that's what needs to happen. Because his on base is incredible. He's going to hit high 300.
Dude, he has to hit for 260.
He has to hit for 260 in order to have that good year.
Yes, he does.
Because on base plus slugging, like he might slug for like 450.
That's the thing. Yeah, it's like he's not like if you're going to have a 250 batting average and still have an elite OPS, you have to be hitting like at least 35 bombs, which I do not see in the cards for Cavan Biggio.
No.
I think it's much more realistic to assume like 260, 270 batting average, but we're looking at like a 380, 390, maybe even 400 on base percentage because his eye is so brilliant. You know?
And the reason why we're discussing batting average here, guys, like, and we're only asking for like 260, and like,
which frankly is like just slightly over.
You're slightly above average,
you know?
But the reason why we're asking for that is because we know he's good at getting on base.
Yeah,
we know the eye is there. Like I think he's gonna do exactly the on base, like Lyon's saying, but it's the average. If he can bump up the average, they'll bump up the on base, and that will bump up the OPS, and it'll just make him a more rounded hitter. Like when you think about who was hitting, we were talking about our lineup before this. We're talking about like the lefty that Montoya likes to slot in that like 5-6 spot, right? Which was Dickerson last year. He hit for 265 roughly too, right? So if Biggio was that guy, I didn't have a problem with Dickerson. I wouldn't have a problem with Biggio. Plus, he gets on base for the Lord. So there you go.
Yeah. You know? I do agree, dude. I do agree. Again, we didn't actually answer, though. You think it's going to happen? Right? It's like, that's what he needs to do. Is it going to happen, though?
I just like, okay. I'm like, I'll give you a percentage because I can't.
Also, I don't think. One second. Go, Pack, go! Electro Gaming, I see you, bro.
Where? Oh, okay. Yeah. 40% chance that it happens.
I'll take 40.
I think 40. You think 40% will be?
I mean, like, I think it's honestly, it's impossible, right? Because like we were dealing with injuries, we were bad last year, but then it was like the year prior. It's just like we're in a position where it's like I just don't know anything about you other than you do have a good eyeball. But I have no idea if you can hit a baseball. Man. Like I just don't know if you can hit one. He
had good pop in 2020, but that's 2 months. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, let me toss out a scenario that might counteract your thinking. What if the Lord got hurt after like 2 months of his first start in 2021?
That's fair. Yeah, I mean,
you know what I mean?
That's totally fair.
If he was hurt, and then it's like, oh, that's all you have to see about the Lord, you know?
Exactly, and that's what I mean. It's just like, I want to say that Biggio can do it, but yeah, it's like we don't have anything to go off of. Right. At least with the Lord, I can go, hey, that second half of the year, he was healthy. He had an 890 OPS.
Yeah.
He was hitting bombs. He was clutch. You know, it's like, but with Biggio,
I have nothing to go off of. And that's why I'm 40%. Because I'm like, that second half could have happened. It could totally happen. I just need to see it. And it happened in 2020. If you think about that like 2 month span, like, that was what I wanted. I wanted that. Give me that again.
So maybe a coin flip. Maybe I'll go 50. Fuck it.
50.